This case may look like a simple eviction, but it's actually the final chapter of a long foreclosure battle. A home has already been sold, deadlines are passed, and now the new owners want possession. But inside the house, a struggling family claiming confusion, financial hardship, and lack of communication. The twist? The court says they've been living there without paying for nearly 2 years. So now the question is, did the system fail them, or did they ignore every warning?
You have 180 days to vacate, or they can bring this action. They've waited well beyond that. And at this point, it's the bank or this new res intentions to take possession of this property and probably sell it. What's your position, Mr. Benek?
Okay, the only position I really have is we started out, my son, I'm the father, and we started out with a payment plan with them at 3-point-something% rate interest. And they never told us anything. After about 2 years, it started going up, and he got behind. It was like a taxi kid is kicked out. We couldn't pay. There's no way he could pay and keep up. And on top of it, he lost his job, and he tried to fix all that too. So we went through.
So are you a co-signer for your son?
I'm just speaking for his behalf because
And I'm really tired.
I take care of most of the stuff in his house. He's like almost sleeping here in the chair. I can show you if you want to see him.
All right, just a minute. What's your name?
Michael Benek. I'm his father. I've talked to them before.
Just a minute. Mr. Benek, do you have a law degree?
No, I do not. I don't have to have a degree to stand to freedom of speech.
Waking up. So, I don't need to talk to him. I need to talk to him.
Well, he would like to have a statement. I guess I can't speak in his behalf.
No, you can't. You need to have a law license to represent somebody in a legal action.
This moment highlights a critical legal boundary. The father is trying to defend his son, but the judge immediately shuts it down. Why? Because in court, you cannot represent someone else unless you're a licensed attorney. Even if you're family, even if you're trying to help, the law requires proper representation. This isn't about disrespect. It's about maintaining legal structure. And right here, the case shifts focus directly onto the son, who now has to speak and defend himself on his own.
Made at all in 2024 and probably part of 2023. The house was foreclosed on last August. So this didn't sneak up and bite you in the ankle.
No, we didn't. But we didn't get any. We couldn't talk to him, sir.
You got a notice from the sheriff that your house has been foreclosed on. So they can't do it unless you get notice. They post it on there. So you've lived there at least since August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and soon to be May, without making any payment. So your son has the benefit of.
This is one of the most intense moments in the hearing. The judge lays it out bluntly. The defendant has been living in the property for months, possibly years, without making payments. From the court's perspective, that's essentially free housing after foreclosure. And legally, once the property is sold and the redemption period expires, the former owner has very limited rights. The emotional frustration from the family is real, but legally, the timeline is clear. Notice was given, deadlines passed, and now enforcement begins.
Move. Have you made any provision to move?
I've been having a hard time getting money to move.
Yes, you've lived there for free for 2 years. So theoretically, no one does. You should have a big pile of money when you didn't make your house payment to move somewhere else. But this proceeding is an unpleasant one. It is what property owners and landlords do to get their tenant out. The tenant would never move otherwise. You've known since last August that they want you to move. We're now almost in May. So I have to continue this matter. I'm going to continue it to May 2nd at 3 o'clock. Does that work for you, Ms. Albu?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now, this is the end of a long process. They had a sheriff's sale last August. And you had 180 days to redeem the property.
Is Abby
March, which would have been March. And now you haven't redeemed it, so they're asking you to move out. They want to take possession of the premises. So if they get what they asked for on May 2nd, I would order that you be out of the house by May 12th, which is 17 days from now.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about this further. Now, I read the advice of rights, but you were sitting there in a chair. I don't know whether you were paying attention or not, but what I did say is you have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. So I sent you the information with legal aid's name and number on it. You could contact them. But I don't really know that you have a defense. You haven't made your payment. The bank foreclosed on it. 180 days passed and you didn't redeem it. And now they want the property back. And so it's a tough situation. We do this every Monday and Friday, and people are struggling. But have you made any effort to find a place to move to?
What do you ask?
Any effort to find a place?
No, we just started because we didn't get informed that they sold the house. I'm trying to tell you, there was no communication between these people. They came to our door and wanted to give us a favor to go to court here. It's the only time we ever spoke with them. But I mean, he doesn't know what to say. He's a young guy. I was helping him get the house. I use even my own money. I'm going to die soon, so I don't care. But all we're trying to do is just leave the house, give us 30 days or a little bit more, and we'll move. My daughter was buying the house.
We can talk about that next week. Sergeant Bruce Morse posted this on your door. It was published in the, I think, Three Rivers Commercial back in June of 2024 that the sheriff's sale would be in August. They posted it on your door. You didn't show up at the sheriff's sale. It was actually adjourned from July 11th to August 22nd. So they did post it on your door. And then you got notice with this when they served the notice to quit on you several months ago. But you do know you haven't made any payment on the house probably in 2 years. So they're foreclosing on that. So we'll talk about that. You may ask for 30 days or something, and they may be willing to grant that. Ms. Albu can check with her client and see what consideration they can give. But I would suggest you start making plans to move. The date would be May 12th. If the plaintiff agrees, they could give you more time than that. So we will do this again next Friday at 3 o'clock.
What happened to Abby in the picture? Goodbye now. Whatever.
Do you want to ask for more? What did you ask? Another question?
No, we just thought that since my daughter took over the contract and he's buying it, that it would clear his record and wouldn't have to mess with this at all because she's buying it.
I don't know about that. So your daughter's buying the property from Shell Point?
Told me she already has agreement and stuff, and that she's buying it. I can get her out there next time you want, but.
Well, they haven't got possession of it yet.
He said, "I can just you guys move, you got to move." But she wants us out in a few months anyway, so we were trying to do that. That's what we started working on.
What's your daughter's name?
Abigail Butts. I think she's still got her original last married name. She hasn't got rid of that yet.
And she is purchasing it from who?
She says she's got the bank approved through some bank to buy it, and it was already approved that she was buying it. She's moving.
All right,
she
well,
said
let's talk about that.
Here, and I took care of her kids for 3 months, and didn't get paid a dime. I'm trying to help.
They can't sell it until they take possession of it. They don't have the authority to sell it right now. So she may have a bank ready to loan her money to purchase it, but it isn't for sale yet.
So
All
we
right.
waited that long because we thought she was doing something through there. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess
right,
we're
we'll
lost.
talk
too.
about
So
this.
What we're gonna do is just try to move as soon as we can. I don't care what's
right.
going on. This is all a bunch of crooked shit. We're just gonna get out of it. We're gonna move. And if you don't get his record
Sir?
straight,
Sir, I don't want you to
sorry.
curse on the record.
In the end, this case comes down to process versus perception. The family believes there was confusion, maybe even unfair treatment, but the court focuses strictly on facts and legal timelines, missed payments, completed foreclosure, and expired redemption period. The judge doesn't immediately evict them, but makes it clear the clock is ticking and they must prepare to leave. So what do you think? Should the court have given more time, or was this already more than fair? If this case got you thinking, hit that like button, share your opinion in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.
Thank you.